All right, what's good, everybody? What's good? Decent little game tonight. Well, let me first start off by if anybody following me, following the space, been listening to the space, anybody listening on recording, please go over to YouTube at or at Grindhouse Spaces on YouTube to check out the post game. But great game tonight, or decent little game tonight. Definitely some few mistakes. I'm not even gonna lie. I fell asleep at halftime, so I definitely missed like a good portion of that second half. Working and everything, shit gets tiring sometimes. But I definitely like what I seen a little bit at the beginning. It was kind of a rough start. But once they put Edie in, kind of stabilized some things, especially the boards. That was great to see. Marcus Smart looked really good off the bench, man. Y'all know how long I've been talking about Marcus Smart coming off the bench, and he looked good tonight. So hopefully, maybe they seen something with that, or maybe they probably just seen that he may be ready to be back right away or something. I don't know. But shout out to Marcus because he actually won me some money tonight. I had him for 6 assists. And I hit that and 2 threes. So shout out Marcus for putting a little money in my pocket. Everybody else, Jaron Jackson Jr. You know what I'm saying? He came out to play again. Like I've always said, man. Uh, when you see the ADs, the MBs, the Jokic's, the big dogs of the league more times than not, all I'm asking for Jaren for them to see him too. And for the most part, I think they seen him again tonight. So shout out to the team. I thought they came out with a ton of fight. So shout out to them. But I still don't like this whole Edie thing. I'm just gonna be honest. This whole Edie thing is ridiculous, but I'll take the trade off with Marcus Smart being off the bench right now. But anyways, let me go ahead and get the Grizz company man. And then Parjan. And then we got Young Harriet back in the building, Charles, Judge and Memphis. And Bryson.
Yeah, good team effort tonight. Like, I'm mad about this game, but I'm not overly mad. Like, I'm more mad at Jenkins for that lineup he did, but like they came out to play tonight. They rose to the occasion, especially Jaren. Like, he didn't have his rhythm early, but to see him go out there and attack AD and attack Braun, they cannot guard him. Like, when he's aggressive, can't nobody stop him. So that was good to see. Shout out to Edie coming off the bench, and he was a real matchup problem tonight. Like, when he was in the game, AD could not get his shit off. I was really impressed with him, but Taylor Jenkins, like, it got to be said, my nigga. Like, what you did at the end of that third quarter was fucking egregious. Like, we all watched this game. This team was undermanned, and we was battling the whole fucking game. We cut the lead to one at halftime, battled our way back, got the lead, had the momentum. We up nine. Jaron gets AD his fifth foul. Braun sits down, and you cannot go to a lineup of Jake, Luke, Huff, and Jitty, bro. Like, that shit's just not. It has no scoring punch. It ain't got no defensive punch. That's just a lineup that you want to fucking see that gets you off late at night. We don't want to see that shit, my nigga. Like, we want to see the niggas that got us here take us home. And the people that got us here, even Jalen Wells, he was not shooting well tonight. But you see, he was up for it. Guarding LeBron close in his matchup, cutting to the rim, doing what he needed to do. Even Jake stood up tonight. Like, you leaving players out there that can't help the team with the lineup that's out there. So that shit's got to be cleaned up. But other than that, we battled our ass off tonight. The Lakers, they if they don't like us, or if we don't like them, they gotta respect us after the night. Because Jaren's going at niggas' heads every game. So shout out to him for that. But get the next one. We got Curry and them. Get hopefully Ja, because they saying they reevaluating Ja. Hopefully he can do his Wolverine shit and pop back up because I can't keep doing this Jenkins shit, man. Like, free us from him, but other than that, we move.
No, I appreciate you as always, Grizz company man. And that lineup that you said that Jenkins put in, man, it's just, like I said a couple of spaces ago, a Brooklyn fan came in here and asked, "Are we tanking?" Like it was some moves in that first Brooklyn game where he even questioned, "Was that a tank move?" And that sound almost like a tank move in a way, but it is what it is. Everybody will be like, well, what else does he have out there to put, I don't know. But, hopefully with events coming back. we won't see a GD too much more. I think it's pretty clear now that everybody's pretty much should be ahead of GD right now, even a Jake, man. So uh hopefully Friday we can get it back against the Warriors, first NBA Cup game and everything like that. Cause yeah, tonight, they probably could have won, but being undermanned the way that they have LeBron James going ape shit in that first half, everything like that, it was just a hard uphill battle, especially when you're putting yourself behind the eight ball with benching Edie. Like I'm gonna keep saying it. You put yourself behind the eight ball with that shit, man. Anybody can try to come up with any analytical numbers they want to with BC and Jaren and all this other bullshit. Man, listen, the game is basketball. And Edie plays the game, simple basketball that you can easily get it to and score. And he's playing good defense. So, whatever. Parjan, what's going on? Then we got Young Harriet. Then we got Bryson, Judge in Memphis, and Charles.
Yo, what's good, man? Nothing really much else to add to him. I mean, like, yeah, Jenkins, like, I don't know what it is. I guess he believes that once you get the fifth foul, like, I don't know, man. Like, you got to take him out. But I was more frustrated, honestly, with the ESPN commentators. I honestly worry for them because I feel like their jaw gets too tight, uh, and not to be crude, I'm like, he's like the ageless wonder. I'm like, bro, he scored on Santi Aldama. Calm the f down, bro. I'm like, I don't know, man. I mean, like, whatever. I mean, like, they just gotta exercise their mouth a little more. But whatever. Um, but other than that, man, I mean, yeah, that bum ass lineup, kind of screwed us there. Marcus surprised me. He played super well, and off the bench is his mode. I don't know what the hell we're doing with Edie, um, coming off the bench anymore. Like you said, like this was a real test for him. And then he stood up, he got his boards, he blocked AD once. And yeah, he had the five fouls, but you're playing against Anthony Davis. So I'm like, that's fine. And we kind of got the approximate foul or the creative foul is definitely one of those NBA, we got to make this rule for LeBron kind of things that I was just like, come on, man. But yeah, I mean, great effort. We were down Bane and Ja. Once they're back, we'll be fine. That's all I gotta say.
For sure, man. Hopefully they can get back, man. I'm seriously doubting that we can even have. It's about a good collection of 5 to 6 guys. I doubt if we can have for a 10 game stretch. Like at this point, it is what it is. I mean, it's just the story of the Grizzlies. You cannot count on Ja, Bane, Vince, Marcus, Luke. Like I said, it's a long list to stay healthy for a whole 10 game stretch, and it's sad, man. It's very sad. But go ahead, young Harry. Welcome back. How you doing tonight?
Man, had to take a little hiatus. I'm out of the hole now, man. Taylor Jenkins, I'm on your ass, bro. I'm on your ass. We at least supposed to be 9-2. You really ran out here at the beginning of the fourth quarter with goddamn John Conchar, Jay Huff, and I don't even know who them other three dudes were because I don't give a damn and I watch every Grizzlies game. Are you purposely trying to find another job, Taylor Jenkins? Do you even give a damn? Soon as AD and LeBron went and sat down, you supposed to told Jerry, get your ass up, Jerry, because you finna go win us this game. You know, we a bunch of couch coaches or whatever the hell they like to call us, on the timeline. But we see that much shit. And don't come in here now another night, day another day, talking about some goddamn what Jaron Jackson Jr. ain't doing. Jaron Jackson Jr. then carried this damn team on his back for 2 fucking years, bro. Two. Ja hurt. Bang, he too busy doing goddamn commercials. Goddamn Marcus Smart, I don't know what he was out there doing because he wasn't. Y'all know how I feel about Marcus Omarion Smart, but he wasn't guarding no goddamn bad. What they are doing to Zach Edey, that shit right there, that's on Taylor Jenkins. Cause Taylor Jenkins don't know how to. He doesn't know how to coach with a two big man lineup. Are you fucking serious? And I'm gonna land right here. AD been kicking the Grizzlies' ass for 3 years, and you gonna decide to start Jay Huff? You fucking threw Jay Huff rhythm off too. But let everybody else tell it, cause Tyronn Lue said Taylor Dickens is a good in-game adjustment coach. Y'all believe that shit. Don't believe the hype when you been sitting here 6 damn years watching this shit and watch. Taylor Jenkins is responsible for 3 out of 5 goddamn losses. And he's sitting over there rubbing that ratchet ass beard of his. Hey, I'm back down in the fucking hole, Grind. Cause what we
Quadruple
doing?
mayo, young Harriet.
We we got
Quadruple mayo, man.
AD came AD came out there with a point to prove, and he was kicking J Huff ass, and that's the decision you decide to make. And then the topping on the cake, and I'm laying right here, the main started fourth quarter with a play group. Cause I know good goddamn well on that sheet, on that card that he got, that ain't no damn line. That ain't no real EPA line. He started the goddamn fourth quarter with a play group because he wanted to see something. Man, come on, bro. And I ain't doing this moral victory shit, cause them players out there deserve better, man. Them players out there deserve better, bro. And the Grizz ain't gonna win shit till they get rid of goddamn Taylor Jenkins. And don't give me that shit about Zach Kleiman either. Because Zach Kleiman, he know what the fuck he doing. It's Taylor Jenkins who don't. I'm landing right there, man.
Man, don't either one of them jokers know what they doing. But Zach knows how to. I guess Zach he know how to find a little talent out of the draft. He
He
do. He.
grind, That man started the fourth quarter with a play group, bruh. A play
But guess
group.
what? Y'all hear it? Zach Kleiman the one to keep allowing the bullshit. So yeah, he a part of the problem too. Shit, he the one that keep allowing it. It's amazing that they didn't start Edie in the second half, man. Like I said, I fell asleep at halftime, so I
They
missed it.
did.
They did.
They did.
Oh,
They
they did
did.
start
They
him in the
did.
second half.
That's
Okay,
why
Yeah,
we
they
had a big
did.
lead in the third quarter.
okay, bet. Shit, I
Yep,
was about to
Kyrie.
say.
Yep, yep.
All right, so but let me go ahead and get to Bryson. Judge of Memphis, then you, Charles.
Yeah.
Look, yeah, how y'all doing? Look, y'all know I'm not a big, get up here and talk about Taylor Jenkins every day type of dude. But John Morant and Desmond Bain are already out. Jaren picks up that fifth foul. He got to stay in the game. Like maybe they don't win the game if he stays in, but like you're not winning that game if he comes out. Like when he picks up that foul, you're down one. He comes back in, and now you're down six. Like I just felt like that was a big momentum shift. And like I said, even when he came back in the game, I felt like they should have kept going to him. But it also just it let AD start getting hot right there. And as much as I think Zach Edey did play really well, I think whenever they were doing that pick and roll and pick and pop with AD at the end of the game, uh, he just wasn't really fast enough to get out to AD. And if AD is knocking that down, that's just a tough matchup for him. But I mean, I think for most of the game, he was really good on AD. I think his physicality really messed with him, and it was one of the reasons why Anthony Davis almost fouled out of this game. So I think all in all, Edie played good. Uh, I mean, this is the one of the only times I've ever seen Jaren really go at somebody when they have four fouls and get them out of the game. So that was something I thought was really positive. I'm really glad that that was something they actually did because there've been times in the past where there's been a guy that has 4 or 5 fouls who is guarding Jaren and they don't get him the ball. So I was really glad to see that at least. Uh, and then yeah, I mean, it's always tough to win on the road regardless. And like Ishay was saying with the guys you got out, and you never know who's going to be playing and who's going to be in whatever on a day to day basis. So it's tough. Obviously, John and Bain aren't playing, but that's definitely a winnable game down the stretch. And I feel like there's just a couple things. There's a couple things they could have done better. And I think a lot of people have mentioned that lineup to start the fourth quarter. I think that was part of it too. Because I mean, in the third quarter, they kind of built the lead, kind of felt like they had control of the game, like in the third quarter. Uh, Obviously Dalton got hot too, which y'all know I'm a Tennessee fan, so that felt like I was that hurt that one hurt me, man.
Don't Bryson, you will get body
No, I said
slammed.
that.
Do
Nah,
you
that
hear
hurt me.
me?
Listen. Y'all know how I am. I hope he plays good in 80 or what 78 out of 82 games. I hope he goes 0 for 8 every time he plays against the Grizzlies, like he did the first game. Right. That's how I am when it comes to that. So I was, yeah, that was tough. That was a tough one.
No, I appreciate you as always, Bryson. Um, how many fouls did AD have going into the fourth quarter though? Did he have
He
five
had
on him?
five.
Fine.
He had five.
So we went the whole fourth quarter without even attacking him, or
That, no, it was that lineup in the fourth quarter to start the fourth quarter, and then the ball started finding its way to Santi Aldama's hand. Santi Aldama previously before this game, Santi Aldama was driving the ball to the basket. He was taking advantage of his size. This game, he decided to stay out on the perimeter for whatever reason, and that stretch right there to the beginning of the fourth quarter, it basically turned the game. You can't. As soon as he saw LeBron and AD go sit down, he was supposed to bring Jaren in. I don't give a damn 5 fouls or not. Jaren didn't have 5 fouls at that point. He only had four. And then he picked up his fifth. You bring him back and then you play through him and Edie. You don't continue to let Santi you don't continue to let Santi just shoot the ball like he the man. And then Scottie Pippen Jr., him not being in that situation, he's not understanding what it looked like tonight. That yeah, you might penetrate, but get the ball to Jeremy. He clearly has the mismatch. The same shit that's been beating the Grizzlies in the Taylor Jenkins tenure beat them tonight. Them not understanding the overhelping, them not stepping up on the second side and helping their man. The same things. Nothing changed. But again, shout out to my Trip, though, bro. Shout out to Trip. He fast approaching one of the best power forwards, one of the most complete power forwards in the league. And I'm not just talking about offensively, because he can shut you down defensively as well. And I don't think he get enough credit for that either, man. Shout out to Trip, man, for carrying these boys on his back 2 years in a row. Y'all gonna start putting some respect on my boy name, man. Let me go find Pat Turner. I'm I'm back down in
don't
the hole,
go
man.
find Pat Turner. Not tonight. Can't deal. Go ahead, Judge of Memphis, and then Charles. Then we got Dez, Big Grizz, uh Jeremiah, and then Uncle Shut Up.
So I'm gonna say this. I'm a little old school when it comes to basketball. If I got a 7'4", 300-pounder who is coming to the game off the bench, he's disrupted things to the point to where Anthony Davis normally kills us to the tune of 25, 30 points, 15 boards. I mean, he finished with 19 and 13, but he got a lot of that late. If Zach Edey's in the game, don't just have him running from end to end, either going to the opposite box or going to the corner. Give him the basketball. I was extremely frustrated that we did not throw the ball to Zach Edey at all. I mean, they said he was too slow to play, and then now we see him running up and down the floor giving teams problems, and they won't throw him the ball. To me, it doesn't make any sense. I put it both on Jenkins and Scottie Pippen Jr. because Pippen Jr. is in the game with Edie on the floor. He's driving, taking bad shots. He only gets 3 assists tonight. So when you look at it, Pippen Jr., you the engine that stirs the drink right now. We need you to get the ball where it needs to go. If that's Jaron Jackson Jr., find him. If Edie's got a matchup, he goes down. He posts AD. AD's on his back. He doesn't get it. And now you expect him to sprint the other end, go switch out on a LeBron AD pick and roll, and then I got to run all the way out to the 3 point line. I'm gonna sprint back down the floor, and I'm not gonna get the ball. To me, that doesn't make any sense. I'm putting it on Taylor Jenkins because it's obvious they don't run anything for Zach Edey. He still goes out, gets 12 points, 8 rebounds. He's a plus 12. That lineup to end the third and then to start the fourth, I think is really what did it for us. Taylor thought that because they kind of ended strong that he could start with that, and that was the problem. Um, Next thing you know, You down 10, and then he called the timeout. Well, not down 10, but the momentum was on. The main two guys, if they stick with that lineup with Kennard at the one, actually in this particular game, Kennard at the one, either Wells or Laravia, uh, then you had Santi, Zach, and Triple J. They were big. AD was frustrated. He was tired. The Lakers were really just about a few minutes away from quitting. Uh, so it's like your margin for error is already slim with the Grizz, especially with them being undermanned. Marcus Smart did give us some positive minutes early, but I thought him helping off of guys hurt late. And so it's just some little things. I definitely don't want to see Marcus Smart back in that starting lineup. I would have preferred to see Wells a little bit more, even though I know LeBron was trying to bully him. But I think they just don't give him calls because he's a rookie. LeBron's, he going right through him. I think on 1-and-1, LeBron damn near caught him in the nuts. So all in all, I mean, it was a good effort. The Grizzlies outscored them, I think 38-26 in the second quarter, and then they outscored them by 6 in the third. To come out and get outscored by 10 in the fourth is just inexcusable. It's on Taylor Jenkins, but all in all, my big point of emphasis is get Zach Edey the ball. If you got a 7'4", 300-pounder that he can score in the paint, I hear people talking about, well, he got to improve and work on his post touches and this and that. No, if he gets it in the paint and he gets a post touch and it's not a double team, 9 out of 10, he's gonna score. He's gonna shoot a high percentage just about every time. Get him 12 to 14 touches a game, and you can still run the rest of your fast-paced system. But if this guy is sprinting, if he's on the floor, if he's working hard like he is, give him the ball and reward him. I just think that's a basic thing that Taylor Jenkins doesn't do, and it's extremely frustrating when Bron at 40 is getting the ball in his sweet spots. AD is at 30. He's getting the ball in his sweet spots. We got 22-year-old Zach Edey. He can't get the ball in the sweet spots. That's my big deal. But Jaren Jackson, I think young Harry is right on. He's been carrying us. He's been durable. He's been durable. He's been reliable. Half of the battle is being reliable. Um, so go Grizz.
No, for sure, man. About Scotty, man. Ed already just said it. I think a couple other people. Bro, ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Ain't nobody coming to see you, bro. Like we didn't explain
Thank
it.
you,
We didn't
bro.
already explain this going into the goddamn season, Scotty. It ain't about you, my guy. Don't nobody give a damn about you. Oh, they gave up on me. In LA. Don't nobody give a damn, bro. You're a backup here. That's all you're supposed to be is a backup. When you are called to start, you get the ball to the players that are that are above you, my guy. That's all you're supposed to do. Now, when you were getting triple doubles and double digit assists, it was cool. We could live with it. But some of us could still see through the bullshit though. Cause your ass is still over penetrating, you're over dribbling, you still trying to make the show about yourself. But we let it slide because we were winning and you was putting up the assist numbers. But at the end of the day, that shit ain't gonna fly in the playoffs, my G. If we play the Lakers,
Don't
your
worry
ass
about it.
ain't even gonna see one second on the floor. So
Nope.
all that, I got this game circled, man, bruh. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Scotty. I don't give a damn who your
Hey,
daddy is.
hey, his ass
Yeah,
gonna
three
be
three
straight.
assists, 2 turnovers is not enough. Three
Yeah,
assists, 2 turnovers. It can't. It's
he,
not gonna cut it.
he, his ass gonna be standing outside the glass just like David Ruffin ass was. You keep on fucking around, Scottie Pippen. You know damn well you wasn't supposed to take some of those shots, sir. Now this game, we ain't finna just lay it all on Scottie Pippen Jr. But there's some decision making problems with Scottie Pippen Jr. That shot he took in the first quarter where he just pulled up and shot that hole. Wait a minute, Scottie. What we doing, sir? What we doing? Don't make. Do you want to how to move you and movers? Cause your ass gonna be next playing like that.
Right. Like, even if the game, like, I mean, like you said, Judge Memphis, it's very simple. I don't know how anybody doesn't see it or didn't see it coming. Bro, just give the ball to Zach Edey, man. He's a simple, but I don't give a damn how the NBA has changed and all that. Sometimes you got to revert back. You got to go against the grain, and you got the guys to do it now. I love that trip.
Look, tonight, if AD gets if he gets it in the post on AD, it's barbecue chicken. It's a hook every
That's
time.
what I'm
And if he missed two, I don't care. throw it right back to him.
Right, and he's a good free throw shooter. So even if he getting fouled, like I said,
He went 6 for 6 tonight from the
I
free throw
love
line.
that Trip is doing well and everything like that. Young Harry, great for him. But at the end of the day, I'm sorry, like, yeah, sometimes you gonna have to play through a Zach Edey. So
I agree. I agree. That's why the conversation this summer made no sense. That's why you need both of them because they complement each other's skill set. What we saw tonight is what you hope to see progress throughout the rest of the season. You hope to see Zach Edey continue to get the ball, continue to let him work in the paint. Let Jaron continue to work on his isolation skill set. Jaron is out here being guarded by small fucking forwards. Small
yeah,
forwards.
but
The
at the
Grizzlies
end, I
double.
get it. But once again, even if he is the biggest mismatch, even with him being guarded by threes, is Zach Edey on the floor, young Harry.
I agree. Give both of their ass the ball. I ain't saying either or. I'm talking about give them both the ball.
I got you. But let me go and get Charles. What's good,
Hey,
Charles? Dez.
yeah.
I think I said Big Grizz, Jeremiah, and then Riz. I mean Uncle Shut Up, then Riz.
Hey, good evening. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, hey, I'm just gonna say this right here. Man, the game wasn't lost in the fourth quarter. The game was lost at the beginning of the game because either should have been the start of the lineup. I'm just gonna say that right there. All I'm gonna say is this right here. I know this politics and the bullshit that's going on. It's gonna go on like this for the rest of the year. I'm just gonna say this right here. Got a couple of things. The third quarter, when it was about 3 minutes left to go, when AD picked up that fifth foul, he went to the bench. Braun went to the bench as well too. Hey, and I know you're gonna hear me mention it a little bit. Hey, Jaron and Edith should have been on their flow, cause and the thing is, the Grizz were up by 8 points when it happened. They was when that happened, they was up by 8 points. So I know I was sitting up here saying, hey, get Edie and get Jan back out because what happened? Yeah, Edie started the second half, but he went out the game with about 7 or 8 minutes left to go. Edie didn't come back into the game until like 8 or 9 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. That he sat down for 12 extra game time minutes. And that's when the game turned back in the Lakers' favor. So, like I said, it's just we've been watching this for 6 years now. They got no feel for the game, man. Cause me personally, hey, when Bron AD on the bench, I'm breaking my big guns back off the bench. We finna go in the paint. We finna get these buckets and get this lead up to double digits. Cause anybody, if you've been watching the Lakers for the last couple of years, when you start to punch them in the mouth, they'll quit. That's what they do, man. And they was on the verge of quitting, but since Jenkins didn't do that. Hey, they made that run, and then and that was pretty much it after that. I'm gonna say this right here too. I'm gonna give a shout out to Jalen Wells as well too. Yes, he got his ass kicked tonight. I know LeBron told him a lesson tonight, but you know what? I don't look at it as a bad thing. I know a couple of them saying that it probably should get Wells off of LeBron. I can see that, but I'm kind of glad he got that ass kicking tonight because you know what? It's only gonna make him better. It's gonna make him grow. And it's gonna make him be like, you know what? I need to get in the lab some more. I think it was good for him to get that tonight because I know before that he been locking everybody down. So it's okay to take an ass whooping every once in a while. Hey, what I liked about what Wells did, he kept fighting. He kept pushing. He didn't hold his head down. He kept on fighting and kept playing through it. So shout out to him tonight. But other than that, I stop right there.
No, I appreciate you, Charles. And yeah, like you said, man, I didn't know that about the game being up eight, LeBron 80 out of the game. Like, yeah, I mean, it's simple.
Bro,
It's so
three
simple, man.
minutes in, bro, with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter, LeBron and AD both sat down. Taylor Jenkins started that bullshit, and it was over with from that point
Exactly.
on.
Because that was like I said, that was because as far as I'm concerned, you put them back in the game, you attack the paint, you probably go and get up double digits. You probably gonna win. You probably gonna walk out with a win tonight. But like I said, what do I know? I just be watching the game. Heck.
Nah, talk to him, Charles. Talk to him. You know, a lot of people will be like, "Oh, here y'all go with the lineup shit again." Man, listen, when the same shit been happening for 6 years, man, it's. I mean, it's inevitable. Like, dude, like I don't know. Like it just don't make no sense to me, man.
Yeah,
Like
'cause
how do you not at least acknowledge that two of the best players on the other team just went to the bench and you got no offensive prowess out there? None? That don't make no sense.
yeah, cause
But
I, cause I,
whatever.
like I said, because I tell you like this, like man, cause the first quarter or so, you can just tell. But the thing was, the game changed once Edie got out there. His energy, his defense, his rebounding. The game, like I said, 'cause I know he was pressing early on, but once he got to the free throw line, he started been getting real disruptive. Hey, rebounding, his defense, hey, hey, shooting his hook shot, man, he had it going. So, like I said, ain't nothing gonna change. So, I mean, yeah,
Edie had a rough first quarter.
sure did. He did.
First
First
quarter
quarter was
though.
garbage.
Yeah,
Yeah, first
And
quarter,
and,
but
and if Pippen wouldn't have been aggressive as he was, I think the Lakers would have ran Memphis like all the way out of the gym with no way to come back. So I'm gonna push back on this Pippen thing. I'm gonna push back on this Edie thing a little bit tonight.
Zach Eady
I
was
don't know
plus
what game
12.
y'all
Let's
watched,
keep it
but the
100.
first quarter y'all watched a whole different game than what I watched.
no, Uncle, shut up. I was away for the first quarter. You're right. Edie did struggle, but you know why Edie struggled?
Oh, it may be a mental thing of not starting.
No, it
I'm with you
wasn't.
with
It
that.
wasn't. It wasn't a middle thing because of not starting. No, that wasn't the case. It's
nah.
the case is they weren't even, bro. Did you, bro? They had no identity to even try to get him the ball. As soon as he got that ball in the post and bumped 81 time, all the lights turned on. Uncle, shut up. Every light turned on. If you do that from the jump with him, that's all you got to do. It's not hard, Uncle. Shut up. I'm sorry. I don't give a damn if he did struggle. Yeah, he struggled, but once again, it's the way that they brought him and used him in the game that caused him to struggle. It wasn't just because he came in and just struggled. So we watched the same first quarter, Uncle. Shut up. But we might have seen it in a different light because I've seen it in a totally different light than what you're saying right now. And
Well,
Pippen
I
and
think you was
and
all y'all
Pippen.
was already pissed off when you seen the starting lineup. So
It don't matter.
y'all
That
coming from it
well, that's the point though,
from
Uncle.
a
Shut up. What
different
did I always
perspective.
say? Pre-playing all this pre-playing bull crap that they rolling into each game with is the reasons why they keep rolling into these games the way that they are.
Here's the thing, though. Shut
Hold
up.
on. Go
You
go ahead, y'all hear you, but we gotta get to Dez next.
right? Put me on the clock, Mr. Moderator. The thing about it is not being pissed off. The thing about it is you're in a matchup where you clearly have struggled with Anthony Davis. So what do? You decide to start Jay Huff, whose primary role is the third or fourth big coming off the bench, versus Zach Edey, who's proven already this season to be a difference maker. That's just not good game management. It ain't got nothing to do with being pissed off. That's just not good game management, especially when you're talking about the history that Anthony Davis has had playing against the Grizzlies. You know, and you know what makes it so bad? The reason why we so agitated is because this is a continual pattern with Taylor Jenkins. His ability to coach through situations during a basketball game, it's not good. And it ain't got nothing to do with nobody being, just upset about that. It's just not good. And
It's
I
not
land
smart. It ain't fuck
that is
good. It ain't smart. It's like I said, bro. It's simple. It's very simple to the formula that the Grizzlies have right now. But go ahead, Dez. Big Grizz, Jeremiah, um, and then Uncle Shut Up and Riz.
Yeah, we lost before the opening tip. You know why? Because if you fail to plan properly, you plan to fail sloppily. That's life. That ain't just basketball. From the tip, the whole strategy fucked up. You started a game. The reason Jay Huff is no longer with the Lakers is because of how bad Anthony Davis was tearing his ass up in practice. That is, I can guarantee you that's why he not there or Denver no more. When he practiced against Jokic, AD, they tore his ass flat foot raggedy. So why would you run your ass out there and play him against them? That is absolutely stupid in every way imaginable. I woke up for the second half of this monstrosity. uh Look, I done went down while everybody was talking. I done went and checked the box score every game. Right now, I didn't look at no stats. I just looked at minutes. So for all the people that say we shorthanded, we had to play jitty, the Celtics played 8 people tonight, and they're fully healthy. Every team that you look at that won tonight played at least 4 players 32 plus minutes tonight. The Memphis Grizzlies played 2 people 30 plus minutes tonight. Not 32, just two. That's the difference. You put John Conchar in the game for 11 minutes and he's a negative 12. That means every minute he was on the floor, the other team increased the lead by 1 point. Didn't matter what minute it was just a minute he was out there. You know who didn't do that on the other side? JJ Redick pulled Cam Reddish ass and kept Dalton Connect in for 31 minutes off the bench. We had no bench players with 30 something minutes. We had none. It's very simple. If you go play your worst player anything more than garbage time minutes, you're going to get worse player results. Dalton Connect at that third quarter at the end tore our ass up when John Conchar got on that floor. That man shot 7 for 8. He kicked the living shit out of us. There is no conversation. I don't care about Pippen Jr. going out there thinking he was Clay Thompson returning the Oracle, because he did in the second half. He did. I was asleep for the first because I really don't care, because it was a 1 point game at halftime. They came out and got up 9 points, maintained at least a 7 to 9 point lead for almost the entirety of the third quarter. It's only so many excuses you can give somebody that doesn't seem to have the proper sense to get out his own goddamn way. Okay, I watched all these teams. I looked at everybody. Uncle Sugar, you love to talk about the 120. Okay, we reached 120. You know what the problem is? We played a slaw person for 11 minutes. All of these stats people gonna name, turnovers, Zach Edey in the post, all that could be easily corrected if you just don't put John Contra on the floor at all. And don't say it's because we shorthanded, because I just told you the defending champions were fully healthy and they played 8 players tonight. You had teams out there playing 5 people 35 minutes tonight and won a game. And then you have a team like Memphis, because every team that lost tonight, there's a similar pattern with the minutes. Look, man, you play based on matchups. Styles make fights, and matchups make strategies. That's how you play any sport. I don't give a fuck if it's tennis. It's simple stuff. Like, it's really elementary, like super simple, fundamental things that this guy just doesn't grasp at all. The moment they took AD out, Jaren and Edie both had 4 fouls. LeBron get out, like Harry said, 3:30. You go play them. Jaren finished this game tonight with 33 minutes. There's no reason that man didn't play 38 minutes. And he had 4 fouls, and there was nobody else on that Lakers team that was gonna get a fifth foul on Jaren in that time stretch. You can't tell me it was one. Edie, if they tallest player, if they when I saw Coloco guarding Zach Edey, and I saw Scottie Pippen Jr. ignore him for 5 straight possessions. In fact, he looked agitated when Edie stood in the paint, as if to say, "Get out the paint, man. I'm finna go in there." Your your two-way player that you converted to a regular NBA contract should not be looking at your ninth pick as an obstacle. That's what he looked at him, and he looked at him as something. Get out the paint, bro. Why are you here? Damn, put Huff in. I need somebody to pull the defense out. That is completely insane to watch. I watch Marcus Smart go out there and prod and plud and clunk his way around out there. And he played a decent game. But Marcus Smart should never be an offensive hub in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And the Celtics showed you that, because they couldn't wait to escort him out to bring in a Drew Holiday. It At a certain point, common sense has to kick in. Either that, or the game he's seeing being played on the floor is not a proper game to watch. Because that don't make none of what I just said makes sense. I woke up and saw some of the dumbest shit again. I wake up and I'm like, damn, you're gonna do the dumbest thing possible. Now, who else in here? Just put a 100 up. If you saw John Conchar come out there and immediately all of the win was at ourselves. Just the man played 11 minutes and didn't score a single fucking point in an NBA basketball game. And he's not a lockdown defender. He's not Ben Wallace. He's not Ruben Patterson. He's none of these things. And don't say it's because we shorthanded, because I just told you the defending champions played 8 people in meaningful minutes tonight. So somebody makes it, please, somebody make sense of me.
After
Please make
after
sense of
an
this.
overtime game last night in the NBA Cup matchup, by the way.
Grind. A 39-year-old man about to turn 40 led everybody in minutes tonight. And you telling me a bunch of dudes that ain't no more than 4 years out of college can't give you 35? And he played 37? What the fuck? Man, listen, dog. I've been watching this game for 3+ decades now. It's nothing you can tell me about how the 22-year-olds can't play 30 minutes. It is dumb as fuck. I'm starting to think these dudes getting injured because they doing this load management shit. I'm starting to think that's why they injured.
Well, I
Yep.
mean, that's definitely a part of it, Des. But we laid that out this summer too, and people
All,
said we
all
was
I can
wrong
say is
about
this.
that as well.
I want somebody to come up here and explain to me why the defending champions can play 8 people and win, and the Memphis Grizzlies can't. Please, somebody explain that to me.
They'll say that we're injured, Des. That's all they'll say, man. That's all.
So you injured, so you play more people?
Yeah, that's what they'll say, man.
Yeah,
That's their
yes,
strategy.
yes, yes. That's what he's.
Yep.
Yes, yes. The Taylor Jenkins is one, and shout out to the main Chris down there. Taylor Jenkins is one of those guys who coaches like he is the smartest dude in the arena. The more players you give him at his disposal, the more apt he is going to fuck up. If you shorten the rotation, watch the Grizz. Like the Grizz will have to lose 2 more players for Taylor Jenkins to get some common sense on who he need to be playing. Still too many dudes available at his disposal. Still too many. Still, still
It's
the
not even
depth.
that though. It's the ones that should be. It's not utilizing the ones that you got properly. That's the biggest
Exactly.
problem. But
Exactly, cause he rather play goddamn John Conchar and got he coached this game so badly tonight that they were in it despite him, and
Period.
he
I'm
managed to throw off Jay Huff's rhythm. Jay
I,
Huff is the goddamn #1 3-point shooter in the league so far this year, and Jay Huff couldn't hit the side of the arena tonight because he was not put in the position to succeed. Shout out to my brother Grind, man. This shit is
Here,
stupid,
I
bro.
gotta say something that nobody in here will ever believe they heard me say. So I'm glad it's recorded. He did a disservice to Jake LaRavia tonight. Jake LaRavia played 20 minutes and John Conchar played 11. You could have gave LaRavia all 11 of them goddamn minutes and we probably would have won. That's me sticking up for Jake fucking LaRavia.
Man,
Like this is
y'all,
the
y'all,
world might be coming to an end. This is
yeah,
crazy.
hey,
I ain't
shut up.
never heard him say nothing.
Hey,
Jake
shut
La-
up. Y'all better get that on, man. Y'all better get that on the
yeah, you got
T-shirt,
that on
man.
record, man, because we need to play that
y'all
back.
gonna have to clip that one. Y'all can hit the scissors button down there and clip that one.
Jake LaRavia has gotten better at basketball in the last 2 weeks, though. It's strange. It's a strange
He's
thing.
gotten a little better, but at the end of the day, his ass need to be right back on that pine Friday when Vince come back. But let me go ahead and get the big Grizz, Jeremiah, Uncle Shut Up, Riz.
What up, Grizz fam? Rough night tonight. Other than that, mm, I'm with y'all on the. I'm totally with y'all on the very last man in your rotation should not hit the floor in a game. I don't give a damn if you got 8, 10, 12. I don't give a fuck how many players you got. The last man in your fucking rotation should not be hitting the floor against a team in a close game ever on nobody's roster. I don't give a damn if you got 6 players. That motherfucker will be on the bench. He should not hit the floor. I hate to say that, but I like Jitty. But Jitty, as soon as I seen, I'm like, what the fuck is you in here for? This is dumbass basketball. This is why we lost. That type of shit. But overall, like I said, I'm trying to stay on the positive side. We got Trip doing great. This is one of them games where you need your superstars. I hate to say it, they got 2 bona fide, certified, automatically going to the All-Star team. They got 2. So we had 1 that barely made it last year, and damn sure could make it this year the way he playing, because he seemed like he gonna be the healthiest player on our team as far as in superstar level. Jaron showed up. He did not back down. He went at their neck. Badass rotation to start out. I like the fact that you was big enough to tell Marcus Smart you coming off the bench, but you were dumb enough not to put Zach Edey in the lineup and start the same damn starting lineup that started and running out on teams. That was dumb. I understand Brandon Clark wasn't playing, but that don't mean Jay Huff gonna give you what Brandon Clark give you either. So bring Jay Huff off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Bring Huff off the bench. Huff don't need to be starting. Huff ain't there. Okay? Huff good. Huff good for role playing. But he's not starting minutes. Zach Edey's your starter, man. Just start him. You fucking with confidence now. You know what I'm saying? You can't fuck with these players' confidence. You gotta let them know, like, I believe in you enough. I'm gonna put you out here. I'm gonna put you out here with these sharks. And I don't want you to get ate up. I just want you to be able to swim with them. That's it. That's all you needed. You know what I'm saying? You start eating. Why? Why you bring Huff in like that? And you end up having to sub him right back out because they gonna burn him out too. They run him out the gym. Cause he ain't, even though Huff can move, he still ain't gonna stay with AD. He's still not gonna come off the AD run pick and roll. He's just not. But overall, like I said, Scotty went back into the pumpkin. I say that for Harriet because I know she would have said he went back into the pumpkin today. 12 o'clock hit and he got caught with his slip off. And he went back to the old habits or whatever. But too much. Instead of running the team, he was kind of going like shooting guard instead of point guard tonight. It's okay though because it's one game out of 82, and like I said, it's the Lakers, and they at home. The other shit I do not like is that bullshit ass fourth quarter game on the line under 2 minutes. We challenge an out of bounds play. Y'all call a ticky tack ass foul that y'all ain't called none the game. That cost us, instead of it going the opposite way, it ended up costing us 2 more goddamn points. It should be something done about that shit. That shit ain't fair. That shit could turn the tide of the game, that you can call a tick tack ass foul that you wouldn't call. Even if you saw the shit, you didn't call that shit when you saw it. You can't turn that shit around and make it a foul and give them 2 goddamn free throws because of it, man. That's wasted. Even though the challenge is successful, it ain't successful because we don't benefit from it. What's the fucking use of me challenge? Can I take my challenge back if that's the case? If you're going to give me free throws, if you're going to give a motherfucker free throws on some shit like that, can I get my challenge back? I don't even need to challenge this shit then. Because it's a waste. It's not it's advantageous to the other team when you can call up some shit that you ain't called all game. I hate to say it like that, but some shit that you ain't called all game, that ain't right. That shit right there gonna be fucked up when they start. That's kind of like a way for them to manipulate the outcome of a game, because that's a close game in the last 2 minutes. I understand they'll say it's the correct call, but when you look at that shit at slow motion or full speed or whatever you want to look at it, that shit is a ticky tack ass call that y'all ain't called none in this game. Why would you call that shit now? I'm just saying. When we needed that ball the most, why would you call that shit now? That shit gonna be detrimental. You're gonna hear something about that a lot going into this season, because this may have been the first game where this shit affected the outcome of the very end of the game, but I guarantee you it will not be the last, and that shit is not gonna sit right with a lot of players and a lot of teams when about the end of this season. I'm guaranteeing that. On that note, though, we still good, y'all. We got the NBA Cup coming. We got the Warriors coming. Another rivalry team. I still say we need to get healthy, man. I don't like seeing John them goddamn crutches. That shit there is not good. Not a good for the eye test. And for talking about week to week or game to game or whatever, that ain't good for the eye test to see John on crutches. We don't hear nothing about, the reevaluations and all that shit. We don't really hear nothing after they do get their reevaluation. So we gotta wait for Grizz PR, which is dun dun dun. I'm gonna leave that alone too. That being said, though, y'all, go Grizz, man. I hope we get them Friday. I'm still, I ain't messed up about the game. It's a loss to the Lakers at home. Like I said, we didn't have our stars, and that's a game where you need all your superstars. and we just didn't have it. And fell short. The rotations for Taylor Jenkins, yeah, thumb down. You get a C minus on that shit. But other than that, y'all, let's go, man. Go mind my business and stand in my corner, y'all. Holla at me.
No, I appreciate you, man. With the call at the end, that's just a part of the new rules. They can go back at the video, and if they catch something that they, even if that's not what the actual challenge is, that they can still determine that to be, whatever they want to call it. So that's just a part of the new rule. We'll see how it goes. But we're playing the Lakers. Of course, we already know how foul distribution is gonna go and all of that. It's a part of it, man. You know it. You already know these things going into games. So when you have an advantage, you take that advantage to because you already know you're coming into the game with the disadvantage with the refs and the Lakers. So I mean, it is what it is. Like I mean, that's just a part of the being a Grizzly or a non-Laker. Every coach just cried about the Lakers. Everything ain't nothing changed. It's the NBA, man. They love the Lakers. That's their money maker. That's their bread maker. So that's where they're gonna get their. And a lot of Lakers fans, they'll be like, "Well, we're number one in paint points and all this other shit." Like I remember when the Grizz was number one in paint points and they were last in free throws. I remember that. So I don't want to hear none of that bullshit. It's clearly the NBA's darlings, the Lakers. I mean, it's just that simple. But go ahead, Jeremiah.
Hey, what's up? Um, yeah, man. There was one thing I ain't heard nobody say this, but about Edie not starting. We started Jay Huff beside Jaron Jackson Jr. I mean, Jay Huff is only averaging 2 rebounds, 2 or 3 rebounds a game, and you're gonna put him down there by Jaron Jackson, who's not, he's known for not being a solid rebounder for his size. I mean, I understand, Clark was hurt, and maybe that's some of the thinking. Maybe they want Edie to come off the bench, and so they can play Tripp and Clark together. But if Clark's not in there, you don't put a Jay Huff in there who's not a rebounder. I mean, he has not shown you. I haven't seen a game with him being a strong rebounder. I don't know. Somebody can correct me when I'm done if that's true. But I looked at his averages, and he averaging like 2 rebounds, and I don't know what that is. If if put it on like the 30-minute stat or something, maybe it's like 4 rebounds or something. But he's not a good rebounder. I thought it was pretty dumb to put Huff and Tripp in the starting lineup. I mean, if you're not gonna put Edie in the starting lineup, I would have definitely liked to see Edie in that starting lineup just to help for the rebounds. And once Edie got in the game and was playing more over Huff, and he started the second half, you see the rebound numbers go up. I think in the first half, I saw we were down by like, just in rebound stats, we were down by like 10 rebounds or something. But we finished the game only 41 rebounds to their 42 rebounds. So that right there, I hope that's something they see and they never do that again. As far as starting Huff with Jaron Jackson. Um, I mean, they probably would have done better starting Jake over Huff. They would have definitely done better starting Edie over Huff, but who am I? Also, Jalen Wells, man, I thought we were gonna see. I looked at the minutes, like in the at the end of the third, and I was saying to myself, man, Jalen Wells, he needs to get 35 minutes tonight, because he was like in the 20 somethings, and I don't remember seeing him much in the fourth quarter. I don't really get why we're closing the game with Marcus Smart and Luke Kennard, um, when we don't even have that much data on Marcus Smart to know if he's supposed to be closing the game. We know Jalen Wells is probably right now our best perimeter defender, with the healthy players we have. So it didn't make no sense for me. It didn't make sense to me. I mean, he could have at least started out the fourth quarter to help slow down those 3 pointers, because it's situational basketball. When a team's down 10 points beginning of fourth, yes, they're gonna start shooting threes. So it didn't. I mean, the lineup they had out there, it didn't really make sense because you really didn't have much perimeter defense, unless they think Marcus Smart is still a great perimeter defender. He's still a hustle player, but he's not quick enough. I mean, he got beat a lot. Um, if you watch, from what I was watching, I saw him get beat a bunch. Um, I got some other stuff other than that. I mean, I don't want to take up too much time. It looked like the offense was standing still a little more than what we had gotten used to. It looked like they were standing a little bit still, a little bit. I did like this. I liked Luke Kennard going 4 for 4 for 3 pointers, and Darren had a great game. Um, Hopefully, we can get some guys back to the next couple of weeks. And that's it, man. Appreciate you hosting the space. Go Grizz.
No problem, man. Yeah, I did. I barely got up here to host the space, though. I was about to say bump it tonight and gone back to sleep, but no, I appreciate you, my guy. The Jalen Wells thing, if he didn't play in the fourth that much, that's concerning as well. I heard Charles say that, that he was glad that he was put on LeBron James. I mean, yeah, it's good seasoning and stuff, but once again, some things this is just me. Some things I can see before I need to see it. Like I didn't need to see Jalen Wells on LeBron James. I already knew what was gonna happen. I love Jalen Wells. Y'all already know, like y'all already know how I feel about him. But at the end of the day, yeah, he's 6'8", but his wingspan is like 6'8", so it's not it's very even. That's why I believe he's strictly a shooting guard to me. He doesn't have the actual natural length to be able to guard wings like that. I know a lot of people be like, "Oh, he's 6'8", he can play at the wing." The discussion needs to be Jalen Wells starting at the wing next to Bane. No, 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 no,
Man,
no, because that's where you're gonna mess him up again, like you did Zaire. The main
thank you.
is a shooting guard only a shooting guard. That's it. So whoever listening, players, front office, coaches, whoever out there listening, Jalen Wells is only a shooting guard. Nothing else, nothing more. All this positionalist bullcrap, it sounds sexy and all for the new NBA fans. But I'm old school. I don't need to see positionalist basketball. I don't need to
Stamped it.
see it.
Stamped it. And Taylor Jenkins, he when Jalen Wells got hit in the man region tonight, he took him right out and he didn't get back in the game. Like, bro, those are the decisions you're making. Like he like man, bro. I know we ain't finna sit through year 7 or year 8 of this. I know we not,
Shit, like I
cause
said, y'all hear it.
he not gonna make it,
your
bro. He,
your boy ZK is the one that keep allowing it. So yeah, we about to sit here through it, cause he the one that keep allowing it. So
and then and again, I, you really do. He didn't even challenge the call where Rui Hachimura pulled the chair away from up under Jaron and grabbed Jaron's jersey and caused Jaron to get the fifth foul. Like what? What are you looking at? Like we seeing the same shit a little bit after you seeing the Taylor Jenkins because of technology. So you saying to me you can't make a spot on decision from what you seen? You got to look over to the bench and shit, and then the bench gonna tell you what to do. What what are you doing, Taylor Jenkins? Because
Can I one more point? One more point. I
absolutely
forgot. Zach Eady in the fourth quarter being guarded by Anthony Davis when Anthony Davis having 5 fouls. He didn't get the ball one time. I mean, Zach Eady shot 6 free throws. We had a chance to foul out Anthony Davis, and all we had to do was give Zach Eady the ball. Um, that was crazy to me.
it became the Scottie Pippen and Santiago Dama show. Like it like at what point we can talk about this rah stuff all night long. At what point is there accountability? Because you have to understand pecking order. You know, you think the goddamn Milwaukee